founders love this definitely a space where dealers get to share the stories behind their products and users get to share their experiences and give live feedbacks to the founders. I'm your host, Stephanie, and on this episode, we have Paj Cash, the founder, the coaching, and three users that are here to share their experience. Hi, there, coaching and comes founders, with Stephanie. Please introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and what's your approach.
My name is Tochi, a multiple founder in the space. I'm started with Cluster. Currently, I'm building Paj, a simple off-ramp solution. Also, I happen to be one of the earliest members of Super Team. It's been 2 years or so in this space, and it's a pleasure meeting you.
2 years in this space, but 2 years in Super Team.
In Super Team, I think it's up to 2 years now. No.
Thank you. So you're building Paj Cash, right? And that's like wasn't product now, Super Team. Everyone was passionate. So what inspired you to build this product?
What?
What inspired you to build this product, to build Paj Cash?
Okay, it's boiled on and frustration. Yeah, I've always had horrible experience whenever I want to convert token to fiat, and it always feels alien. Different platform requires different process, and it feels like repeating the same thing every day. I didn't like it, and I think I could do something about it. So I did. At first, I asked a couple of people if they like the process, if it's just a new problem. Because sometimes I can be lazy and not do stuff the right way. So I asked other people if they don't like the way they're from, they say yes, they're not always complaining. So I proposed, what if there's this thing where you transfer your money and you get the naira immediately? Would you try it out? I got positive feedback still. So I decided to give it a shot. So we use the month plus to build which everybody's testing right now. Not a very great interview, but I just wanted people to try out a totally different experience around Uptown, and that's what drove me to trying out Spark.
They said people are trying out the products right now. Have you got like feedbacks? What feedbacks have you received from users that you want to implement and making the product better?
Okay, for friends, I'm sorry, friends, I didn't get all good feedback, especially initially. And it feeling like, upfront team, it's a waste of time, there's no much money, blah, 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 with that, but that was not the goal for me. Yeah. It's more like, upfront is an essential infrastructure for the people schools. Imagine doing all the magic, doing your payment and the rest, and then when you want to convert it to Naira, it's a problem. So without profit or no profit, it's a problem that needs to be addressed. That's why I decided to try it out. Then, but with users, it's almost 100% positive feedback. Our retention rate is crazy. This like for all the products I've worked on, starting from when I was building the bike, with a couple of all these projects, this is the product that the highest retention. It's crazy. You guys are crazy so far. Although we are still in our testing phase and a couple of things break here and there. This product are giving us in the phase. I get a lot of thank you for using my product. Imagine you build a product and people thank you for using the product. So it's a crazy experience. Okay.
Actually referred people to use the product and they're like, wow, it's cool. Like just I don't have to send USDT to my Paj wallet and I'm receiving it in my pay account and my Kuda account. That's crazy. And yeah, like it's like you're meeting the middle merchants, all these especially Bybit people, because I think that's what they are using when Binance banned Nigerians. They moved over to Bybit, had crazy experience of all these Bybit P2P merchants. So we are now migrating to Paj Cash. That's so. Have you encountered, as I said, with other moments, have you encountered any challenges in any project? What's the biggest challenge so far?
Challenge back to back from day one, it's been challenging. Sometimes you're not motivated to do the product. Let me tell you, the first challenge was actually myself. Yeah, product was too simple. Yeah, like it does not make sense that nobody has been building it. Like nobody built it all this time. So I had to like convince myself that if I do this thing, if I'm going to try it, but I keep asking myself anytime I ask somebody, are you going to use this product? I'll say yeah. And I ask myself, but why has anybody built it? Because it's a simple solution. Yeah. So convincing myself to actually do this
It's a
number one
challenge, okay.
challenge. And myself was the first challenge. And then trying to understand the space and in fact, getting the first merchant on board was not a challenge, but getting him to do the right thing was the problem. Because right now, our first we have not incorporated any banking service to make transaction automated. We rely on normal merchant transactions, merchant making transfers. Despite the fact that it's fast, it's a merchant doing the transfer itself. So the first merchant who onboarded, he said 30 minutes should be like the logical time to operate, which it's not competitive. Imagine risking your money 30 minutes after. So we, after getting some traction because of that attitude towards work, we dropped heavily. That was the second challenge. And then the third challenge, which is the serious challenge for us right now, is adoption. Yeah, we are having real-time adoption while we're still testing and building. Adoption from users. You're testing our product and some things are not really working properly, and then we still need to accommodate users at the same time. So we can't just make changes anyhow. We can't just delete our database. So we're starting our first that kind of problem you get when you're working under a test system. And then same time we also need to provide APIs for also for other founders as well, like myself. Especially now we are in the hackathon system. Everybody needs an open solution immediately, an open solution as well. So we are in the test phase. We're not even in version one yet. Still in testing, and then there's this demand you need to account for. Yeah, so it's distracting. We thank God for it, but it's distracting. So in as much as it's a blessing, like, it's a problem for us. On this call now, someone is saying something is breaking, and after this call, I need to go and address that. So we, apart from just doing all this spot fix, we actually need a lasting solution to all these minor issues. So those are the challenges. They are very distracting. The day we had an issue, we had to halt operation for a day. We already told our users, please don't send money. Some people are still sending money. And then, as if, okay, say, okay, this is just our problem. And by the next day, we'll resume operation. We could not resume operation immediately. And it was as if people were knocking on, our users were asking us, can we start? We say, when it's time, we'll announce it.
Relax now.
More like, relax, I beg. And it's as if, I don't know if you've operated a store before, when people knock on your door to open to come and sell for them at 5:30, 6 a.m. at ungodly hours. So I think adoption is faster than we can really catch up, but we don't have any choice than to walk around the clock to make that work. Yeah, that's the major challenge of adoption, like too much adoption.
Wow. I've never seen this try.
Yeah, Startup Village was a serious catalyst. Because of my previous merchants, our transaction, we don't count transaction volume, but what we consider is number of transactions as compared to amount of transactions per day. So the number of transactions we're having dropped like significantly. And then after Startup Village, it peaked and then skyrocketed. Immediately after Startup Village, we started, we're having, let's say, before Startup Village, we're having like 10 transactions a day, and then it dropped to like 3 transactions because of bad performance from our merchants. And then after Startup Village, more people got onboarded. We moved back to like 10 back in like 6 or 3 days. And from then Harry was trying to pull up. I told him we're having 10, 12 transactions. And then by the time I went to South Africa and came back, I didn't know what to post about the whole South African thing so that it's not draw attention to myself and so draws attention to Paj. But then, we are recording 4 times what we were recording, the start of the day. So right now we record 40 transactions daily, which is about 10% of the number of users we have 400 users at the moment. So that is about 10% of our users transacting every day. So in the real sense, having 10% of users using the platform on a daily is actually mind-blowing in this kind of space. Yeah. So it's a big deal.
It's like prefer that it's not up to 6 months. That's impressive. Well, that's really impressive.
Honestly, I've never been this proud on it.
Congratulations.
No, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, speaking of hackathon, so what updates for them? What should we expect? It's hackathon season, so unless you guys are cooking something.
Unfortunately, the users are dividing the paths, the direction of this project. Yeah, the project was supposed to be something we launch, and then people try it out and see if people like it, and then we give them hackathon. Now it's as if we now have to focus more on what our users need than hackathon itself. So it's more like, should I say we've passed the hackathon season? The project has passed hackathon. Whether we're still going to apply for the hackathon, but whatever comes from the hackathon will not really change much as compared to the fact that people are already using it. More like it's already there. So whatever happens within the hackathon, if we win, if we don't win, it's not going to change the morale of the project. You get, maybe a win will boost, but not winning won't change anything for the project. We're going to go there, try to put Nigeria on the map again. But if anything happens, the project is already in motion. Getting the right adoption. The essence of we building is actually to get users. The goal is to get users, not hackathon. Hackathon is the flaws when you do something right. Okay? So let's see what happens when the hackathon when it comes.
So this is the last question. What's the team? Who is besides the Tochi? Who is behind Paj Cash? The team behind Paj Cash.
We're a team of 4 persons, amazing individuals, we build, should I say, asynchronously. Everybody just know what they're doing. I'm handling most of the backend and business. Miriam was also co-founder. He's handling majorly the front end and user experience. First trying to make sure site works as it should. I also have Destiny. Destiny was with me earlier when I tried to build a cluster. So he's so good I had to bring him on board with Paj. He's handling all our designs, the UI UX of Paj. So he's a great designer. If you notice, our UIs have been, our posters and everything have been copying. So it's Destiny doing that. And then if you're familiar with our Telegram space, you should know Fury. He handles most of our communications and operations. So we really want to keep these teams very small so that we can focus on the technology. And then there's also the merchant, even though it's not part of the team, is very instrumental with making every single transaction works. You get so we're trying to keep this team small and efficient as possible. And with time, based on demand, we will have to expand and accommodate more people to take the project further.
So much. Thank you. Oh, wait, if I'm not mistaken, you met your team members in Spartan, right?
Yeah.
Because their familiar names.
Yeah, I think all of them. Yeah, I didn't meet all of them.
Thank you so much for the Founders Movement Stephanie. So, Founders Movement Stephanie is about founders and users, right? So after you, I have users sitting for another podcast session, but that one's more like a real life session, right? So we just sit down and we get to hear the experiences in Paj Cash, and if they basically have any feedback or review, so there's things they want to say to you, then they can say it.
Okay. Yeah, in my defense, before they say anything, in my defense, this is V1. Anything you see, no, it's not even V1, in the test phase, anything that breaks, please take it in good faith that you are going to get something better with time. Yeah. It's like using Paj Cash at the moment, it's like doing swap outside your wallet. More like you go and register your wallet before you can do swap. just like Jupiter that is not inside your soul flesh. That's what Paj Cash feels like at the moment. Yeah. So anything you see is not the final, not the final.
I think they already know that. I think they already know that. But I will help. I will help to pass the information down to them. No problem.
Yeah, I would like their undiluted response. I'll take it with a shot of it. Um, yeah.
This will this video is. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining.
Hi guys, welcome to Founders Vlog with Stephanie. It's so great to have you. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm with the first, the state content lead for Super Team Anambra, and then I'm also a patch enjoyer.
I'm Raven, quick product designer, a member of Super Team, and video language.
This is Big Mom Chen, yeah, a member of Super Team. Glad to hear this.
How did you discover this product and what did you do to start using it?
Yes, it was roughly about Paj Cash. Yeah, exactly. So just introduce Paj Cash. That was the first time I was still Paj Cash. Thank you very much for that question. Yeah, I discovered Paj Cash online. Yes, online. Actually, it's always replying, complaining. Just the about to do and to work from.
Alright, so I discovered Paj Cash through you, and we're always listening about it. So what has the experience been so far using Paj Cash for the private crypto?
It has been fantastic so far, to be honest. I don't have to wait for any window or be having in my mind that okay, this guy might scam me or take my money or something like that. So that's been seamless, trustless, and very fun to use.
We're very well told about products, and it actually brings about a lot of solutions to the problems that we have with offline and all of that. So my experience has been wonderful. I haven't had any complaints or anything, so it's been good.
Yeah, I think for me, there's only call as regards to Paj Cash. The experience has been seamless, and in minutes, I just get my cash.
What products were you using before you found out about Paj Cash, or before Paj Cash was created?
For me, I was using my lead to fabric. There's always this trust issues. I know it's hard to protect my money. There's always this trust issues, kind of looking for a vendor, trusted vendor online or buy leads. For me, Paj Cash has bridged that gap, and it's been seamless.
I was also making the buy it. Yeah, making the P2P and exchange, trying to exchange my money. But Paj Cash actually came to solve the problem, and they all had using buy it. Yeah.
I think everyone has experienced that. Not waiting through and you're like, oh my god, I spent for my money.
Very, very scary.
Yeah, actually, or maybe you go outside and you want to pay for something and say, let me just do it and wait 5 minutes now, and then 10 minutes. Hey, you start thinking, God, is that the way I'm going to wash plates?
Yeah, I think I had an experience like that. And the most annoying part has to be when they send a notification that they have sent the money, and then you're checking your bank account like
It's still fresh. Where's the money?
Yeah.
Especially when you're not using traditional banks, like they're using OP or then you're like, okay, I know how fast this bank is. So the money is obviously not handling. Challenge encountered any obstacle when making use of Paj Cash. Something that you like to tell the team, but you round up to work on it and go forward.
I kind of think to work on this first, the very work on it. No, because when I was trying to sign up the first time with Paj Cash, I was having bank verification issues and all that. But I just went to the TV to mention it, and I told you always active. I don't know how he sleeps in this process. He's always active. So he just replied me and then sorted out the issue, and since then I've been sweet.
Yeah, making the Paj Cash. Like I said before, they thought about it well. Like every step they took was very intentional.
Very, I thought the founder said it was like a very simple product that he didn't believe it was going to scale because it's something that everyone faces in this very business. Everyone that ends in crypto. They're always looking for a way to offend the crypto. They have like a market. After
going through stress with vendors or maybe high rates or low, something like that, right? And then you just talk about it, right? Do you have anything you want to tell the founder, any questions you just want to talk about the situation?
Okay, for me, I'm going to give kudos to Kochi. It's a well thought through product. Yeah, we actually, doing something as regards to Web3 doesn't have to be complex. And Web3 has made life so simple, and that's what Paj actually did. Make upfront things so simple. It doesn't have to be hard to get the money that I want for. But for me, I would say this as a suggestion here to the team. Yeah, because I love seeing. When it comes to money, it has to be fast for there to be trust. And Paj has actually achieved that, and that's what Solana did. Yeah, Solana is very fast and cheap, and Paj has achieved that. What Solana is all about. So for me, the solution I would give for the team is that on the dashboard on the home page, I want to see my rates, so I know the money coming through, not after when the money comes through, I have to start calculating. Do you understand? So just a suggestion for me, because I'm an Igbo man, so I have to do that. Thank you.
I think look at the thing of education, and they say it's a big product from everyone. Yeah, so we should give them that grace, right, and just enjoy what we have now. You just have your
Okay, I'll just say kudos to them also as well. Yeah, they're really doing a great job, and there's always like ways for them to do better and improve or whatever. So I think one thing I would say to them is that they should always take feedback. For example, this feedback they are giving, you should take it and always improve and work on it.
Okay, you said it's a 6-month project. It's not okay, not 6 months. But to me, it already feels like a complete project because I genuinely have no problems with Paj Cash. It's seamless and all of that. One question is that if you say Paj Cash, it's Paj Cash. I know what cash is, but what is Paj? What does Paj mean? Like I understand how to, but what does it mean?
Like, what's the idea?
What was the idea behind the word Paj? There has to be, because you can't just tell someone as someone like
sounds like
Tucci.
something maybe
The Paj.
I don't know. I just want to know. But maybe it's like a sound. I don't know. I definitely want answer.
Honestly,
But maybe it's an acronym. Yeah, it shouldn't be an acronym.
I
It can be
need
an
the answer.
acronym or a slang or something. But it can just be something that came to his head. So it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Right, I want to know what's Paj.
You have an answer for us. Alright, thank you so much for coming to this show. We're so great to have you guys here. We've had a wonderful discussion. If you are a new user, you just hearing about Paj Cash for the first time, just go to your the software wallet, the Phantom wallet, and type this Paj Cash. Right, use the referral code on the screen and catch your crypto right now. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye.